just wanted to share something right quick. I'm out here a Friday night where I'm free, don't have to work, just enjoying some Chipotle and fresh air. But I wanted to share something that I'm making a conscious effort to internalize. And I feel like I heard him telling me, like, I'm not something you can graduate from. It's kind of like when you learn to ride a bike, your training wheels, you have some adult by your side holding you, and once you learn the right way to go, they let go and you're on your own and you can handle it. God is the number one absolute scenario that I shouldn't have a bicycle mindset. And it feels like it's natural in terms of everything else on earth and the way we progress. Learning how to walk, learning how to talk. You know, it's not something that over time I can just cruise on my own and not do it without him. I can't keep going out into the world and getting distracted, getting caught up, turning to other idols, all these other things, and then coming back to him broken and upset and not consulting him about anything. I feel like that's been happening, at least for the end of the summer, because it's been undeniable that God is calling me to go out into the world and shine with my gifts and lead people to him and represent him the best I can. And we'll make mistakes, but the best I can. So I'm learning this walk with God is never going to be like riding a bike. Never. It's not going to work. He has to be close. He has to be close. That's the only way I can draw strength and keep perspective. I'm just appalled at the grace that he has for me. And how many times I do have to come back and keep realizing that he's the answer. And that anytime I feel like I'm in a horrible place of life is when I haven't talked to him in a while. And I haven't taken that intentional time to spend with him in a while. So that's it. I'm never going to get to a place where it's like, you're good now, you don't need me. I'm always going to need him. And we're all always going to need him. So a couple years ago, I remember learning this lesson or remembering these thoughts when I was practicing my guitar. This lesson has come back twice as hard and twice as strong now. And basically it was centered around my lack of consistency and wishing I was further along than where I was at. And I found myself feeling that this summer in multiple places, in multiple ways. But the only way to ever possibly improve that situation is to literally move forward. I could sit around and say, man, I wish I was better at the guitar. Man, I wish I had practiced more consistently. Man, I wish I didn't stop and fallen off and now I'm stuck where I'm at. I felt that way about this YouTube channel and how, man, I was on such a roll and why couldn't I have just stuck to it, and why did I fall off, and I'm feeling bad and all this kind of stuff. But literally, as time passes, those things only become more and more true. And the level of skill that I'm at gets even worse. So literally the only possible way to improve the situation, the only possible way to get slightly better, to get slightly more consistent, to be slightly more determined, is to literally just move forward. Move on, keep going, try again. Hello, make another video. I don't care how inconsistent I am. Just keep going. I found myself feeling like I don't have time to keep not trying. I don't have time to keep getting caught up in shame. I don't have time to keep worrying about this. I don't care how inconsistent I've been with my dedication to God and making sure that I have my quiet time in the morning before I start my day. God is not sitting there waiting to reprimand me for that. He literally wants me to just turn over a new leaf and literally just turn back to him. He doesn't want me to waste any more time in my shame. He just wants me to be right here and just turn back to him and just keep going. So this is it. It's time for me to stand up in my gifts. It's time for me to stand on God as my faith and as my firm foundation, and it's time for me to just keep moving. I'm happily stumbling towards Jesus, and I am tripping and tumbling my way towards my purpose, and that's okay. And that is the only possible way to even get to consistency, is to literally just allow myself to keep moving forward. I'm just grateful to have learned that again, and I hope that I never forget it. That is something you'll know about me. Paige does move forward. Paige does love God, and Paige does never give up. And Paige does shine. And she's not afraid, and she knows that her shining doesn't take away from anybody else's. But she has a responsibility to herself and these gifts that God has given and the vision that she can only see so far in her mind. To stand firm, stand tall, stand out, and be great. I thank you, God, for showing me that. So, we outie. Signing off. Back to you in your life. Make it happen, Captain.